Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 7:28 p.m. Sunday, April 3rd. 8 is data, 2 is understanding, 7 is spiritual knowledge. So this is data to help you understand a little bit about spirit. This is about animals. I'm having a little bit of a hard time talking tonight. As a matter of fact, I should have some water. As a matter of fact, I'll go get some. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Oh, animals. The physical body, the energy. What are they? Why are they here? Do they have lives? Do they have souls? Just take a moment. What do you think? One of the initial fields of essence was animals. Animal essence. Plant essence, human essence. Animal Essence, chapter 14, page 71 of the first book. I talk all about animal essence, one of the first fields of essence. The fields of essence started having lives before there were ever any souls. The original first being male, and the original first being that made itself male and female. So the original first being male and female didn't know what they were doing, and they made essence first, and it was much stronger than the soul, and it had to be, because the original first being male and female were trying to learn how to give spirit lives. And they found out the more they screwed up, the more difficult the life was, the more the spirit in the body grew. Sorry, folks, we're having some issues tonight. Anyway, Lily and Ara had a little bit over the first 100 million lives. That's when Lily and Ara were still one, two different beings, two different individuals, but they were complete. They've grown so much now they have different focal points. However, after the first 100-something million lives, then animals were brought in to have lives also. Now, there were reptiles and stuff here and on the first planet, Gaira. That Essonite, the stone Essonite, and that's got Gaira in it. Star Essonite has Gaira in it. She's the energy of the first planet. So then they started having lives. And then human and Fey essence came in and started having lives after that. The animals, when they started having lives, they had about 200, the next 200 million lives. I don't mean by add up all the individuals, I mean lives one after the other. Like if there was, say there was 100,000 animals, 100,000 animals had 200 million lives. And then at that point, the human and Fey essence started having lives, and the plant essence was already here. And the planets and the stars had their energy going right away. So that's what's inside animals. Human and fey essence are very strong. When the souls were released from the original male and female first being, when they put their energies together and then released five different waves with a lot of time in between, that was the souls. It was individual little particles of their different energy. And they separated it. When they released this wave of energy, they separated it into two different groups, human and fey. But human and fey are so close that some of it's just not going to separate. There's no way to get it exactly one or the other. So that's what I call Feynman, when they're both, and over 10% one or the other. So, human essence and fey essence are strong, but they're not as strong as animal essence. And all essence is stronger than souls. So, and does not mean better than, it means stronger. Larger fields of stronger energy. So animals have been around a long time, having lives that are incredibly powerful. Okay? They've had more lives because they've been doing it longer, but also because their lives are shorter. The frequencies that make up animal essence are mostly fortitude and compassion. And that's very similar to Ara and Lily. Okay, there's a lot of heart there and a lot of fortitude. That's one reason, because energy from Lily and Ara is source and it has animal in it, but because the frequencies are so similar, that's why we're so close with animals. I realize I'm a little different, but I've been talking with animals all my life. I've always had an understanding with them. When I can't reason with one, it's really got some issues, or it's being run one or the other. And I've like almost never run into that. I haven't run into that 10 times in my life, and I'm 60. Things happen, we know that. When I first started traveling and doing small events, my first one I went, stayed with some really wonderful people, Ivana, excuse me, Ivana Gola out in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's precious, and her daughter. And we had, I think it was a 4-day event. I got there one day, and then we had like 3 days of work, and then it took off right away. We did some group work, but it was mostly individuals, 1 hour consults. I did like 41 hour consults in 3 days. And then one or two groups. The reason why I'm bringing this up, though, is I was using one of the rooms upstairs in her place with the window open, and there's a tree right outside and kind of across the way. You know, sometimes you get a whole lot of birds or crows that'll get into a tree and start making noise. They come in a big flock. And I was talking with this young lady, and we were having a good conversation. She was nervous. She was excited about awakening. She could feel things too. Her heart. She was heart energy, but very sensitive too. And at one point, the birds, just the whole tree full of them, started just making a lot of noise. So I said out loud, I just went to them and I said, "Hey, shut up." So they did. She kind of freaked out, and then later on, I don't know, 20 minutes or so later, I had to do it again. And then she just didn't know what to make of it. It's like, is he actually talking to the animals? And then before the hour was up, near the end of it, and it was right near the end of it, they really got loud. And I said, "Excuse me," to her. And I just went right in their heads. And I said something to them, and I hit them with my pineal. when you think, you can think a sentence in what, a tenth of a second, and when you say it, it takes what, a second or two. Um, I got a little nasty with them, and every one of them shut right up, and she just about ran out of the place. She said, "That's real. It's happening." I said, "Yeah, it's okay. Relax." Um, you can use, excuse me, your pineal gland, if you're strong enough to fire it up and talk to them. That's really hard. However, the heart energy, everyone's heart is talking all the time, and animals are so strong and they have very strong heart energy. When you send an animal love or you get near an animal, especially domestic ones that are used to it, that aren't afraid, they're not afraid you're going to eat them or beat them. Like some of these idiots running around like your religions dominate the earth, beat the animals because you're like God. Yeah, that's being like your original first being male and female, abusive as hell. But anyway, they feel that, they know that, they understand. They literally have to be in bodies that do not have the brain power or the ability to quite communicate the same way as us because they are so smart. Otherwise, they'd be running us around on a leash, okay? Now, I'm not trying to, make that an exact statement like that you're going to put a leash on us. Okay, give me a break here. What we're saying is they would be they are smarter than us. Okay, they're stronger. Their abilities. Have you ever heard about animal instinct? Yeah. Okay. They serve us. They help us. They love us. They try to teach us compassion, honor, fortitude. They're incredible. And they're also leaving. We're not going to talk too much about that, but I've talked about that. I've brought it up before. February of 2015, last year. I've been saying this for years, but I said the animals will be leaving soon. And they're going to start leaving in large amounts. As a matter of fact, by about this time, the gorillas already should have been going. Large herds, I guess, whatever they're called, of gorilla. But because I'm still here, everything's being held back. They've been serving us forever. And they don't want to do it anymore. So they're not going to. They've already been told, no, you don't have to. And no, you're going to be taken. No, you're not going to. Period. Most of the energy going back into these new animals is actually human essence and human souls. Fey essence and Fey souls. That's what's going in most of your animals now. Dolphins are pretty much like that anyway. Some of the dolphins have actually been lifted off the planet onto another one. They're trying to help save some of them. The insanity that exists on this planet is disgusting. Creation was made wrong, where animals actually have to kill other animals, be eaten by them, die, just daily, just to maintain life. And we think we have it hard? No. So many people say, oh, look at that beautiful balance of nature. There's an owl taking a mouse to go feed his little babies. Hey, maybe that mouse is a mother and pregnant. She's got little babies. What about those little babies? Oh, you don't like them, so it's different? No, remember, creation, everything that exists needs to be protected the same way and has the same equal value. Okay? And if you don't like that, then you need to spend a little mirror time and figure out why you feel you're better than anything else. Nothing's better than you, but you're not better than anything else either. The people that listen to me and hang around, they understand, which is a lot, and I appreciate y'all. You understand what I'm saying, and you understand why. My last channel before I killed it, well, I don't know, a few months ago, I had it for 2 years, and I had 3,400 subscribers. What I'm doing right now is just to leave y'all with some information, just some basic information that you can, have. I'll be leaving soon, getting out of here. I just keep getting sicker, and it's time. Everything's coming together for me to go. Herky's shutting down too. So that's all good. But the animals will be leaving too. So last February I mentioned that there's going to be large herds of animals leaving, and then all of a sudden March 30th or something, whatever, something on the internet. There's a report went out that like in a 2 week period, over half the population of the Sega antelope, mostly around Kakistan, all of a sudden fell down, dropped dead. How about that? That's not like Yay Jay. That's just an example of that. What I'm telling you is actually fact. They're going. They've been serving us forever, and they're done. Okay. People were just like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I said the bacteria literally were changed and mutated, so that instead of, eating bad bacteria and protecting the animals, they'd actually tear the animals down. You can call it an immune deficiency disease. I've had a lot of lives, including this one, where that's one of the things that's happening, taking me down. My last life, Gandhi, same thing. My throat was all closing up, my organs were shutting down, and the 2 hunger strikes I went on really tore me up. That's how the animals are going to go, and I've experienced this. I have it now. It's slow, but yes, it's a little bothersome, but it's not painful at all. Not at all. You get tired, you start shutting down on the inside, and you just collapse. There were pictures of the Saiga, Saiga. Look it up on the internet. They all just fell down dead. The scientists said they're proud of themselves. They finally figured out that it was the bacteria that actually attacked was mutated, and they attacked themselves. The bacteria attacked the animals. See, the bacteria, some of them have a lifespan of what, 1 to 4 hours. So it's easy to mutate them real quick and take people out. Take the animals out. A lot of more people will be dying like that in the future, because when it's time to go, it's painless, it's quick, and when it's time to go, that's the way it should be. People shouldn't be suffering with cancer and everything and all this other horrific stuff. Things should be easier, but it needs to be easier for the animals too. Okay, they're going to become the centurions of creation. Actually, they already are, but as they finish coming out of the bodies, that's what they'll be doing after they relax a while. So let's look at what we have. Animal essence was the first form of essence to start having lives. They've gone through hell. They're really strong, have a lot of love and compassion. They've been suffering harder and worse than anyone else, anything else. They're awesome. The way creation is set up to be abusive on everything, it's extremely abusive on the animals. It's just not right, and that is going to change. We have friends and family in space. They do have replicators. Okay, as the animals leave and that meat is taken away from you, from everybody, that creates a need for a few things. That's going to create a need with our friends in space. We have a lot of wonderful family members out in space. That's going to create an urgency with them to come feed us. And at the same time, these disgusting things like Monsanto's, these people are going to start literally being locked up, jailed. They're going to be attacked. Okay, they're going to be shut down big time. But not just that, they'll be disappearing. They want to control the plant, the plant food that you can eat. We give you extra. We've designed extra special food for you, but you have to pay us. Oh, and the seeds? No, you can't grow your own. The seeds don't germinate. You have to buy new seeds from us. Disgusting. The stuff they do, and they destroy the land and everything else for the animals, for us. It's like they're playing with grenades in our own backyard. Really stupid people. Greedy. So anyway, a neat thing about animals too is each different animal, whatever planet we're on, animal essence has lives in the different animal bodies. But because we're all a little different as far as the frequencies that we have, what make us up, some forms of animal essence have more lives, say, as a lion, or as a turtle, or as a dove, um, as a giraffe, antelope, bear. Uh, but each animal, if you look at its characteristics, they're relative to our own personal characteristics, and that's why that typical animal energy will hang around with us. We all have animal spirit guides, as long as you're not really nasty negative. 27% negative, you have a animal spirit guide, and after that, there's no need for it. You might get one, but I mean, one might help you out, but it's not something that's part of the system. The requirements that have been put up there. How you doing, Herky? You doing all right, buddy? You cool enough yet? Is it a little better? Huh? Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Good. Go ahead. Come on. Get to bed. It's all right. You don't want the little one? You want the big one? He kept looking at the little bed he's got in the corner over there. I got the fans going with the AC. A Herky's a new one of the newer type of animal energy out there. It's source animal. The source animals, Lily and Arrow, put their energies together and release their own angels, and then release their own animals. The angels and the animals both, like the animals are about 55-60% animal, and the rest is full source. And then the angels are the same, 55-60% angel, and the rest is full source. Then they release some small, one wave of just part of their energy that just broke up into small pieces. All source though. So animals have been serving us a long time. They have a lot of different characteristics that they work with us to help us with. Beaver is just do it, industrious, go, boom, go for it. Look at the way they build dams. They just go. They're an eager beaver, okay? Fox, okay? Fox is what? Cunning. Fox is very adaptable, okay? There's so many. Bear is really strong. Bear lives, and as he goes through a region, he sets his own boundaries, pawing on the reaching up, pawing on the trees and stuff. Bear helps us set boundaries. Okay, and as we go through a crowd, we take those boundaries with us. Okay, it helps us deal with people and stuff. Turtle is patience. These are basic thought processes for the animals. You look at the animal's character, its behavior, excuse me, and that particular behavior is part of the gift that animal energy being with you supplies you. It's a little different for everyone. Okay, it's a little different from with everyone. So a bear could show up. I could be here with a friend. I could be here with Paul, and then Paul Cherrick, and then a bear could come up, and it might mean something a little different for me than for him. But one of the things about it, it does mean about it is strength and setting up boundaries, holding boundaries, putting them up and keeping them there. Healing. Bears are strong healers too. That's some of the basics, but with every person, and at every different moment, it can mean something different. Crow. and raven. Crow is about change. Okay. It can also be about activation leading you into something new coming in, which again, it's change. But and then raven, when you see raven come by and they're in a tree and then they go wham straight down, raven is strong message. But when you see them in a tree and boom goes straight down, something's going on. 9 times out of 10, something's going on with someone dying. Okay. I had a raven come on top of a bank telephone pole last year. See, it was in August. I believe it was in August. And I walked out of the bank and it just stood up on its back paunches, leaned back, threw its wings out, and it looked like it was going to dive bomb right at me, and it started squawking real loud. I heard actual words as it was squawking at me. Okay? And it said, "I'll be leaving soon." And then all I could see is that in September, that it started to become a nightfall. And so about September 1st is when my pneumonia and everything got real bad. My last event that I put on, September 26th, 27th, and 28th, I was so sick. And still, I was putting out so much energy. It's like Berjou, she and a few others actually at certain points would just sit down. Putting out energy and you being sick doesn't really matter. I don't feel too healthy right now, but I've got more power than I've ever had before. It's just flowing out of me all over the place. It's a body thing, and the bodies don't belong to us anyway. Right, Herky? Okay, you got a found spot you like. Good boy. So, anyway, of course I didn't get to go. There's a couple of people that were screaming and wanting me to hurry up and leave, and they created a situation intentionally which kept me from leaving. It's like someone yanking on your arm and saying, "Run, get away from me, stay away from me, stay away from me," and they're grabbing a hold of your arm, pulling you. And then they scream at you and say it's your fault, whatever. So anyway, the message was clear and the message was true that raven was given me. And then I didn't, like I said, I didn't talk much about it, but October 28th, I was real sick, and I thought I was going to go, and then I found out there was 2 people who were really causing issues that I had to take care of before I left. And now I'm just about finished taking care of it, and I'm going down again, which is nice. And you will see the animals going. Okay, sorry, I'm taking them home. That's a promise I made. I want to put out a nice video about all the different animal energy. Horses travel. When someone has horse with them, they're active, moving all the time. Sometimes they're traveling around a lot. If horse is their primary spirit guide, animal spirit guide, then they're always traveling and stuff. But if horse just comes up to them for a little bit, they're going to start moving and traveling all over the place. Maybe moving a house, maybe going out doing lectures and stuff, or business, flying around. That will help you when you're trying to help other people with consultations, is when you see the animals and talk with them and know what they mean. It's just like auras. When you can see if you can see the aura, and the one DVD I have, got 5 different DVDs. I wanted to have one on animals and get it done. I don't know if I'll have time. I will say this though. Like I said, animals, there's always a different meaning for their energy for each person, but there are some basic fundamental principles. Dr. Stephen D. Farmer. I've met him I've met him once, talked to him a few times. Really wonderful person. He's source energy inside. His website is earthmagic.net. And he's got some really good information about animal energy. He's really connected. His source energy came from Lily and Ara, and he just happens to have more animal energy in him than he does more animal essence in him than he does the other fields. He's full source, but he's heavier in the animal essence department. Understanding energy frequencies in her auras. It's just a photo disc, empty one I take pictures of. So that talks about energy frequencies and the auras that they give off. If you can see an aura, which you can over time, just got to take your time. You can see it through the scanner. You can get the information right through the crown. You can get it through the pineal. Once you can see the color of the aura, if you know what it really is, not what all these people say. Oh, this is that whatever. Folks, I'm sorry, man. I haven't found anyone that has all that stuff quite right. It's frustrating. Everyone's doing the best they can. But this thing with energy, I see energy. Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody can see energy like me. That's not bragging. It just is. I was made like that. But everybody can see it just fine if they take the time. But once you see the aura and you know what the actual frequencies are, when you can see auras, if you match it against what I tell you the frequencies actually are that produce that auric expression, that color, then you're going to find out 100% of the time I'm right. Okay, because that's what it is. That's like a hand moving is a hand moving. If I tell you hand's moving, it's moving. You don't think so? Put your face in front of it. I mean, it's simple. It's no big deal. Some people can do, there's so many people can do a lot of stuff better than me, all over the place. Okay, but when it comes to this energy stuff, that's my gig. That's all. Animals are incredible. They're here helping us all the time. It's, I guess you can tell by the stress level in my voice that they really mean a lot to me. They mean a lot to all of us. That's why. They serve us. They protect us. You hear stories about dogs giving their lives to protect the ones they love. Wow. Honor, compassion, love. That's unrivaled. They're awesome. They're wonderful beings. And it's just saying that the religions and laws and everything are set up to just mistreat them. And the worst thing is that creation was made for them to be abused, as well as us, but them more. And that's being handled. Wolverine is very strong, aggressive energy. Having Wolverine, a Wolverine animal spirit guide for one of these spirit guides, that is strong. Okay, that's very strong. They're somewhat playful, and sometimes they're a little awkward, but they are powerful. When they get nasty and get down to fight, get the heck away from them. They'll tear down something 3 times their size. Black Panther. Okay, Black Panther energy is incredibly powerful. They have like an extra 500 muscle groups. Lots of times they can actually take a paw swipe at an animal and just tear the head off. Just break its neck or sever it. Very strong stuff. And also, they like to flow, like as they hunt with moonlight, when you have Black Panther with you, as one of your primary animal totems, or primary animal spirit guides, whatever terminology you want to use. There's, on a full moon, your blood flows a little more than other people's does. This is some grade AAA cornelian, rough. The energy that comes from the stone is passion. Black Panther, moving with the moon and everything, there's passion there too. They're very strong, loving parents. We have such an incredible family. There's so many wonderful things in creation, things that can help us. If it only would not have been built to where it was abusive, it would have been incredible. When I was still part of a big part of Ara, and Lily was Lily, and the first life we had, the very first life anyone ever had, I remember it. She remembers it well. It was so sad that things were so beautiful. And look, it's like the song "Fallen Embers" by Enya. That's literally written about the very first life ever had with Arrow and Lily. And we just laid there, looked up in the sky, and the universe was still coming together. Galaxies were forming, stars. It was like the sky was lit up like burning embers. It's beautiful. And for the first time being in a body, feeling love through a heart. Now, let me tell you something. When you're out of a body, the love you feel is stronger, cleaner, and better and more powerful. But it was a unique experience, for us. And when we're in a body, that's all we really understand, because we can't remember being out of a body. So, then all of a sudden, have it turn into hell like 10 hours later. Well, according to that planet, that's days, the way we look at the time on Earth. Because Gaia, the first planet, she was like 270 times the mass of Jupiter. She was huge. So different animal characteristics. If you can just relax and float down inside yourself, just calm yourself down. Take natural, relaxed, full breaths, and just calm down. Think of your conscious mind like it's got a whole bunch of gears in it. Pull the pins out of it and just let it keep moving, but just let it go up and up and up, so you just forget about it. It's like a balloon floating above your head. It's just thinking, and you don't have to worry about it. It's taking care of what it needs to. And then you just relax. Then you breathe, go a little deeper, and as you go inside yourself, and you get really calm. Once you calm yourself down, and really only you can do this for yourself. Okay, forget that $2,500 guru or $10,000 guru treatment. Just relax, be calm, have it quiet, and as you float that in yourself, as you try to feel inside yourself, don't be thinking, looking for stuff. Don't look for anything. Just relax and just feel. Try to feel how you feel inside. Okay? As you do that, you are training your own personal frequencies to open up. You're loosening up the DNA, unwinding it. You have everything you need to awaken, I'm telling you. Okay? So as you do that, once you're calm and relaxed, take another deep breath in, a little deeper, relax, take one more, let it go, and then just think in your head. Don't say it out loud. You talk out loud, your conscious mind just starts working right away. Just in your head, just say, animal spirit guide. Think, animal spirit guide. Where are you? Come to me. Where are you? And just give him a second. If he's not already, he or she is not already there, they will be. And if it doesn't happen the first time, just do it a few more times. And when it doesn't happen, you just haven't relaxed yet. Okay? You have to get into that frame of mind to where you can communicate back and forth, and your ears ringing all the time. That's them working on you. Humans, spirit guides, animal spirit guides, fae spirit guides. Folks, everything you need is already inside you, and you have so much help everywhere. One of the hardest things to do is to relax and calm down. Now, once you've done it enough, and you're used to talking with your spirit guides, animal and human and everything, fae, once you're there, you've already trained your brain how to function on that level, with those frequencies at a certain point. Once you've done that, you could be screaming, running down the road, dancing, driving 80 miles an hour, whatever. I'm not trying to say go out and get a wreck. You can be doing anything, cutting the lawn, being at a sports game. It doesn't matter where you are. Once you've trained your brain to literally exist with your frequencies in that certain way, in a calm, relaxed mode on the inside, you talk all the time. It never goes away, but you have to train your brain. By relaxing, you have to train your brain to feel inside. And once you do that, you're just setting a mold inside your brain for your own personal frequencies, and you're going to be able to talk back and forth. The more you're consciously thinking about stuff, you know, your spirit guides know. Okay, they'll be in the right side of your head most often. They know when you're thinking about other stuff, and they say, well, whatever, you know. He doesn't want to talk to us. Okay? They don't owe you anything. They're there to help you. Okay? A lot of people say, you're my spirit guide, I command you, and they'll look at you like, you know, flip you off. Remember, who are your spirit guides? Well, they're your buddies out of body, not having a life, that are there to help you. They're you when you're not in a body. And you don't like to be talked to like that either. Folks, we're family. We're all family. And animals, animal essence has never, not even once, ever lied to me. Not once. If you ask an animal essence to tell you something in the future, that animal is going to tell you exactly what it sees in the future at the moment. Never count on that happening. Never. Never. Because it's not. The chances are, I guess, 80+% it won't happen. If it's gonna, if it's gonna happen in a minute or something, that's one thing. The future is always changing. When the original male and female first being were around, they didn't care about your feelings. They didn't care how bad you got beat up or what happened, because that they had that scheduled for you. So they had your lives set up pretty well. Plus, they've been running everyone's life in the beginning. No one else ever ran a life. So they can set your life up, and they say, we don't care, you want this, you ask for this, screw you, don't get it. This is the life, this is the way it's going to go for the most part. So they knew how to do it, and they didn't care enough to change it. So that doesn't exist anymore. They don't exist. Everything else that's got that philosophy, there's almost nothing around on the other side right now that feels that way. Right, Herky? Right, buddy? How you doing, buddy? You okay? Good boy, honey. Yes, you are. I know, buddy. We're tired. Yes, we are. Hey, you want to hit the sack? Huh? You ready? Okay, so anyway, animals are awesome, folks. They really are. And as you calm down and relax and just reach out to them, they'll come. Stephen D. Farmer has got some really nice meditations, too. Some of his CDs, and they're very inexpensive, where he takes you on like a shamanic journey kind of thing. You know, it's just like to go find your animal guides. I think one of them, it's a CD, connecting with your animal spirit guide or something like that. Just go to earthmagic.net. Okay? And if you relax and you know, just listen to him and flow with it, that's great. You can do it by yourself, just relaxing. Okay? That's what I always want people to do. However, if you want to go in a guided meditation to get yourself started, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And in my opinion, he's the one to go to. Okay? I wish I could, put out more for that. I don't have the time, and that's his specialty. Okay. Well, folks, look, I love you. I realize I'm hardcore about things. All I know is what I know, and I'm not going to change it or make it fluffy puffy or be abusive with it either, because it is what it is. And there has to be somebody that sets a mark and just says, this is how it is. I don't mind taking heat. I've done it all my life. It's no big deal. I really don't care. What I care about is doing what I'm supposed to. What I care about is helping you, helping animals, helping the trees. Don't ever tell me what to do, but I am a servant. I serve. Okay? I guess I'm not a servant, but I serve. That's what I like, that's what I do, and nothing's going to stop me. If you just take the time to relax, folks, and just let it flow, Just let it go, man. Just calm down inside. You're Once you set your brain, your thought process up in that one mode, later on you can get frantic doing stuff, but you're inside, you're still going to be calm, and your DNA is not going to be all twisted up. Okay, when that DNA gets all twisted up like this, man, your immune system starts shutting down. What do they call that? Fight or flight. You know, either start a fight or run away. Once it gets to that point, then you can't function. But you just keep relaxing and then going inside yourself, and then whatever you see, you see. Okay, and then after you're done with your little meditation, then look back at it and see what's going on. I'll tell you, someone else who can really help you with this too is Dr. Brian L. Weiss, Weiss. He's put out some books that have some meditation CDs too. Many Lives, Many Masters. I can't stand the word master, but that's one of his books. He's gone into past lives and stuff. So anyway, look, folks, like I said, love you, take care, just breathing. And it's got to be quiet. You got to be relaxed. As long as you don't leave the car running outside, the door open, the water running, the stove on, as long as you don't do that, everything's going to be fine. Nothing's going to happen. Just relax and calm down. There's no way you can do this and fall into the self-hypnotic event where you become a clucking chicken the rest of your life. What's going to happen is when you relax and go down inside yourself, if a bird came up and actually landed hard on the windowsill, you'd jump. Okay, you're super sensitive. It's the exact opposite of what some people might think. So and it's really important for you to be able to do this, to come alive. Okay, and that's what I want for you, and I hope that's what you want for yourself, is to be all you. Because that's cool. You're so strong. You have so many abilities. You're so awesome. You don't even know yet. Folks, like I said 3 times, love you. Have a good one.